Good morning, everyone. Today is March 24th, 2022. Wednesday. All right. Let's get into what is going on this morning. All right, so indices have been pretty much higher all night long. They are coming off of their highs currently. ES up 0.5%. Dow Jones up 0.36%. NASDAQ up 0.5%. And Russell up 0.5% as well. And currency futures here, Australian dollar is down lower, well off the lows though. Notably well off the lows. Same with the British pound futures. Euro is down and still at the lows of the session so far. Canadian dollar lower, chopping around pretty much. And that's pretty much the same story with crude oil as well. The Canadian dollar and crude are highly correlated, so interesting that they're both chopping today. The correlation has been disconnected for a little bit now between crude and Canadian dollar futures, but they're both chopping, so I guess that is some correlation, right? All right, metals, gold higher, kind of been chopping. It's been up, it's been down, it's been all around. Copper, same story. Silver is the leader in the golds this morning by far, up almost 1.5% right now, currently at the session highs. Energies, crude oil chopping just like the Canadian dollar, like we just mentioned. Natural gas, well off the highs. I looked a while ago, and natural gas was up over 2%, and it was higher at that point. So at that point, when I saw it had lowered down to about 2%. Now we're only up about 0.75% in natural gas. And RBOB choppy, currently lower, not too far away from the high or lows, but also not on the lows of the session. Corn so far taking a breather, lower currently. Soybeans lower also, and wheat also lower as well. So ags are pretty much all lower except for soybean meal, I think is ZM. I don't know, I don't trade it, so I just have it on here. All right, T-note futures, all of them are lower. That must mean that yields are up once again this morning. So yields up, dollar up, indices up, gold up. Strange morning so far. Normally when you see yields up, indices will take a hit. A lot of times when you see the dollar up, gold will take a hit. So notable. And in the cryptocurrency space, Bitcoin up 1% currently, pushing 43,000. And Ethereum futures are up 1% as well at 3,015.50. All right, so that's a look at what's going on so far this morning. Got Bookmap up here. Still a little sleepy. Micro NASDAQ still a little sleepy right now. Same thing's been all week. Sleepy before open. As soon as open comes, it'll chop a little bit, but we'll get some more movement. And forgive me for slouching a little bit. My microphone in front of me. All right. So now let's go over and take a look at crude oil. Let's see. Crude been chopping around. We couldn't get over yesterday's high. We did earlier, couldn't hold above it. We came up, tested it, rejected once again. Right here you can see we rejected again before just kind of chopping, not really doing anything, sitting on open for the session. And then the EIA, let me switch over to my other monitor. the EIA came out, IEA, my bad, IEA, came out and said that they're ready to release more oil stocks if needed. And so that is when we had this red candle form when the EIA came out. IEA, when the IEA came out this morning and said they're ready to release more crude oil stocks if necessary. Crude took a little tumble. Then it came out that according to the U.S. Treasury website, the U.S. is issuing fresh Russia-related sanctions. The new sanctions to cover more than 300 members of the Russian state, the White House says, and U.S. Treasury says gold-related transactions involving Russia may be sanctionable under U.S. authorities. So when the IEA came out earlier and said they'll release more crude oil if necessary, that sent crude down, that's bearish. But then any tensions between the U.S. and Russia, or just Russia in general, will send crude higher. So we had a bearish move when bearish news came out. Not too long afterwards, some bullish news came out. But yeah, that's it. Market is open now. Let's see. So as you can see, we're just chopping right now. Got a little bounce off the 500 level. Daily volume right now for micro NASDAQ is 238,000, which is a lot lower than what we've seen since December. Since December, the daily volume already at market open is typically at least 350,000. So we're not seeing an abundance in volume like we have been seeing. All right, got slight penetration into that 500 level on micro NAS. Not seeing a ton of liquidity. I mean, there's a little concentration of it. Nothing that interests me so far, and I might not trade micro today. It's been fucky for me and my strategy lately. And not only that, but with lower volume, I just don't know how it's going to react, and probably more opportunities get chopped out of positions. So I'll probably avoid that and watch like crude oil. But micro NASDAQ, 14,490 right now. So we got liquidity at 14,475. We'll see if this can act as a support level or not, if it fails. Crude still not doing much of anything right now, which has been the case all week too. Right at open, crude won't do anything. Normally, after a while, there'll be some movement in crude, but normally not at open. Not this week. There's been moves. None that I have participated in or wanted to. I'm sure there are people that have been trading it successfully. Great for them. My particular strategy, the way I trade, I haven't been touching crude right now. Not at this time in the morning, 7:30, not at open. All right, liquidity was removed here, but we have this liquidity pool pulling us lower. So typically when you see liquidity get pulled, it slingshots price into the other direction. So this could be a pullback before we move upwards, is kind of what I'm thinking right now. So we will watch that carefully. So now we're just seeing a little bit of liquidity down here, but we still might slingshot up. Have to see how the market reacts. So interesting to note this algorithm here. It seems to be putting more liquidity on the bid, and look how little liquidity is on the ask, the offer, compared to the bid here. So Could be setting up to be a trap-filled day. I believe that we do need some basing in the Nasdaq specifically, because it's just been straight up for what, 5 out of 6, 6 out of 7 sessions, 5 out of the last 7 sessions, something like that. Hella rally, so a little pullback, some basing, some consolidation will be welcome for me at least. It'll help solidify my faith that this rally can sustain itself, that we're not gonna sell off due to a weak rally. So still no real exciting movement so far in Nasdaq. We're only 5 minutes into open. Just kind of basing right here, holding above this liquidity that was placed and then removed around the 475 level. Alright, looks like we're starting to get some penetration into this level down here. Next liquidity is at 14,450. Crude is now falling. I'm thinking that we're going to test yesterday's high and session low from earlier, and pretty much there we go. We're less than 10 cents away from hitting that area that I was watching. Getting a perfect test off it. Let me switch over. Yesterday's high, it was the previous session low right here for crude. Getting a little support right there. Buyers starting to come in to support price. That looked pretty good for a short entry there. Couldn't get above yesterday's close, I believe that is. Nasdaq fake breakdown, bull trap, or bear trap so far, yeah. So we pulled down here. I'm sure there were people that were ready to take a short as soon as this level broke. They're biting their fingernails right now. They're probably really nervous, understandably, because we broke down and then we're trading back up here. So patience is the name of the game, folks. Remember that. Getting a pullback on crude. And notable to mention also, the VWAP for crude is also right down here, so might be better if I mark it with a rectangle. So, and I mean, we're so close to the current low that could go ahead and call that. So this is looking like the support area currently for crude. So we got yesterday's high, a current session low, and it was a low for a little while this morning, and we also have VWAP and the current session low. This was a low earlier. Current session low is right here. So I think this whole area of support, I don't want to take any trades in here. Micro Nas just kind of boring this morning. Oops. Turn my webcam off. Still learning how to use it. Getting a little push up. Only 282,000 contracts traded in micro NASDAQ now. What is that, up 40 or 50,000 from just 10 minutes ago or something when I was mentioning it. So not significant volume today. All right, I'm gonna go check out natural gas. That's choppy. Little double top on natural gas here. One top, two top, twice rejected. Range low right here. That's where we once again found support. That's where buyers were willing to come in. I talked about this a few days ago in my newsletter. Over here, you can see a little bit of the range that natural gas was making. All these wicks down here are from buyers coming in and pushing the price higher. So we could be getting a breakout this week. Still too early to tell. We're definitely there. We have to close above this yellow line, though. If we can close above there, we have a real chance of rallying all the way back to this 1.6 level. We haven't been there since October. So we came close in early February, but we haven't hit this level 1.6 since October. So I'll be watching that. NASDAQ moving higher. Still not seeing really anything I want to take in the NASDAQ. Nothing interesting to me. Crude just kind of hanging around here. Interesting to note, we have some high volume selling. Volume is expanding also. Could be a good area for a pullback right around here, right around the 113.92 level. Not my strategy, so I won't take it. We got the 21 EMA on the 1 minute chart at 113.87 right here. NASDAQ still just slowly grinding to the upside. Crude oil still trying to figure out what it wants to do this morning. Still hasn't really given me much to work with. Micro NASDAQ just kind of doing its own thing slowly. So we got a little break below support here, I think, below 14,475. You know, just a point or two, not much of a breakthrough. And then now it's trending to the upside currently. Could potentially be forming an ugly bear flag right here. Still too early to tell, though. So here it's an area, a little swing high. That's where we're currently sitting on. We're sitting on that swing high right there. So if we break below that swing high, we could potentially rotate all the way back down to the 108 level. If we break it back into this little range right here, that is. Micro NASDAQ kind of just going sideways right now, still trying to figure out what direction it wants to go today. I'm gonna put this just on my 10-minute chart. All right, interesting to note, bid and offer algorithm was just turned off. Now we're trying to build it back in. It looks like not such heavy volume or liquidity, that is. $7.44. I don't know if any economic data coming out. I mean, there could be. I just didn't pay attention to it. I didn't find it to be that important. And that's normally when you'll see the algorithms, those in particular, turn off. Also, like 1:49 p.m. Mountain Time, so 10 minutes before the market closes, 10.5 minutes before the market closes, the algorithms will turn off for about a minute and a half as well. Seeing liquidity build up top here, that's piquing my interest just a little bit. Not too terribly much because it's not a bunch of liquidity, it's just a little bit of liquidity up there. Oh. United States Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index, PMI, came in at 58.5 versus the forecasted 56.3. So that's why those algorithms turned off. There was some economic data coming out. But they are back on now. Still more liquidity on the bid side as well. Interesting to note. Normally there's an equilibrium. Normally they're about equal, you know. This morning seeing more liquidity on the bid side, so we'll just have to see how today goes. Crude still kind of in pullback mode right now. Liquidity on this upper level got taken off. So let's go check out the candlestick chart for micro NASDAQ. Really just kind of choppy. Yeah, NASDAQ really is an attractive chart to me this morning. We're higher, but we've had our fair share of congested chopping around, so we got pushed higher and now we're getting pushed lower. Still really just chopping in between 14,540 and 14,471. So just really kind of chopping around there so far. Still haven't decided on direction it wants to go. I don't know if anybody has seen, but yesterday I went to take a short trade in micro NASDAQ here. 5 lots. Well, I was watching Bookmap up top, my top monitor, and I had crude oil on my screen here to execute, you know. So when I hit my hotkey to short, I shorted 5 lots of crude oil. And if you're watching crude oil yesterday, you saw the massive, the really aggressive trend that we were in. That shit was nearly just like straight up. And not the best time to short, especially accidentally. Luckily, I got to close for a very, very small sliver of a profit, but that very easily could have went against me and potentially ruined my day, a mistake like that. Crude oil still just sitting around trying to figure out what it wants to do. Micro NASDAQ holding on, unable to flip red so far with 1 minute left in this candle. If we flip red, the next place I'm going to look for is prior session close, which is 14,463, so like 9 points off our current low since market open. So the low since market open is 471. The next area of interest that I could see acting as a magnet is 463, so like 8 points lower. Not much of a trade there, really. But NASDAQ still just chopping around, waiting for something fun to happen. Crude 113.82 currently. Gotta drink some water. NASDAQ moving lower now. Candle flipped red on close. And then follow through on this candle. I think we're going to hit our target of 463 here in a moment. Buyers coming in pretty strong so far. We'll see if they can last. Crude at 414.15 currently. Here on Bookmap, this kind of looks heavy to me. Not enough liquidity to really get me excited. Yeah, still not really interested in this trade. We need more liquidity down here. Could be a good pullback zone though. Hard to tell with all the chopping that's been happening this morning. Very easy to get trapped in this. When we had all this liquidity down here, I was interested in taking a short, but see, it just pushed back up. If you've watched my videos recently, you know how NASDAQ has kind of been a little fucky for me. The last few weeks, several weeks ago, I was just killing it every day on the NASDAQ. It slowed down. It's different. Price is moving a little differently. Though we've had a rally, I'm a day trading scalper, so I don't ride those entire rallies. So I am a little bit more hesitant on taking NASDAQ trades. I took one yesterday, and the setup wasn't the best, so it wasn't the NASDAQ's fault. I got into a trade that I wasn't A+ setup pretty much, and lost a little bit of money. But luckily, that mistake, I accidentally ended the day profitably by making that crude oil mistake. So is this a pullback, or are we about to trend lower into this 450 level? I don't know. What about any of y'all? Any of y'all know? Well, if you're watching this in the future, what's up, future people? What happens? Don't know why that's popping up. Alright, there we go. Man, so much chopping. Crude oil back down to 113.87. Oh, been kind of a boring week in the market. For me, at least. Not too much excitement. Let's see. Fed Evans said Fed must be cautious, humble, and nimble. Policy not on preset course. He also said Fed's recent rate hike was first of many this year. I'm really interested to see how all of that works out. So we had the first rate hike. I think FOMC was last Wednesday, so 8 days ago we had the first rate hike, and it hasn't been too bad since then. I mean, we've actually rallied. I kind of thought beforehand all the selling off we've been seeing since December, since the last FOMC pretty much, I feel like it was just an over exaggeration that we were going to end up rallying once again. And I have no clue how long it'll last though, because eventually higher rates, people are going to start pulling their money out the stock market and putting it into safer places like bank accounts. But with inflation so high, you're still going to get your ass whooped on inflation with all your money in your bank account. So they're hiking rates, but is there really any incentive to save money, take it out of the stock market right now? I don't think so. I think once we start to see inflation come lower and the rate hikes, the interest rates are higher, I think that's when more people will be switching to safer investments. But as of right now, even if they raise interest rates to 3%, inflation's what, 7, 8, 10%, something like that, depending on what industry you're looking at, energy or food or whatever, So I still don't think there's any real incentive for people to have money in their savings account right now, because you're just going to lose it to inflation. All right, seeing a little upward interest up here, liquidity building, also more liquidity around 570 there. Not really take a long at it, not seeing enough liquidity to make it an A+ setup in my mind. So holding off on that. Still, crude oil is falling right now. We're at 113.61. Yeah, crude is, I'm here looking at the 10-minute chart. I'm still not seeing anything in crude oil that I like. So we're kind of just consolidating right here above this support zone. So nothing really to see here just yet. It's looking weak though, hitting double bottom territory right here. Oh well, yeah, that was a bear flag that formed right there. That was a little ugly one. It wasn't as neat as I like it to be, but bear flag nonetheless. We're having follow through on it now. Getting down to this support level, next area of interest is at 113.06, basically 113 flat, psychological whole number level right there. Also yesterday's VWAP, so I could see us pulling back into there. Let's see. I hesitate a little bit. Oh man. I was about to hop into a short there on crude, but that like half a second hesitation killed it for me. You saw that just drop all the way down. Oh, right there to look right here at the low on. God, wow. I wish I would have been in that. Wow. That little bit of hesitation, you can see, really prevented me from making some decent change this morning. New session low for crude oil, 112.84. Wonder if we're gonna see a little pullback from this. People buying the dip. So if you got in on this bear flag right here, congratulations to you. You're a genius. So yeah, dip buyers buying the dip right here. Lows 112.54 currently, and that's just the name of the game. I was hesitated for half a second, missed that move. Would have been a lot of cheddar in such a small amount of time. Yeah, so full penetration below the support level. If we can close down here, I'll be looking for more shorts. Right now, I'd just be chasing. my risk to reward would be all skewed. My risk would be too high, my reward would be too low. So I'm gonna wait and see how this 10-minute candlestick closes. We got 22 seconds left, so not too long. NASDAQ looks like made some moves. Nothing too much. We're at 14,480 right now. So yeah, we're a little lower, but still nothing exhilarating and exciting, and no A+ setups in my mind for my strategy. Alright, so we didn't close below support here, so that looks a little strong to me. Maybe we need a bigger pullback to entice sellers back in. We'll just have to see. Freddie Mac 30-year fixed mortgage rate averaged 4.42% for the week ending March 24. That's this week. Today is March 24th. Yeah, getting a little pullback now on crude oil. Still got a little coffee left. I think sellers are probably trying to find a place to sell this pullback right in here. That's kind of what I'm thinking, but I could totally be wrong, and we could just push all the way back up to 130. All right, last bit of my coffee this morning. I'm not seeing too much action in this candle right now. It was doing a little pullback. Now it's selling off a little, but so far it's not really aggressive. It could just be a little bit of chop. Everybody trying to figure out what's going to happen with crude, if it's going to go up from here or down. And so that little bit of chop is now coming into the market after this big move. You got people covering here, you got people shorting here, people buying the dip. Nobody knows. Let's see, micro NASDAQ currently at 14,515. Still boring in my opinion, still chopping. So, yep. That's pretty cool. I got I think I'm using low latency right now, and I got my my live stream control panel right over here, and so I can look here and then look over here, and I can see myself like the side of my face. It's pretty cool. All right, yeah, crude pulled back, sold off, now just kind of sitting in a doji. Still got 7 minutes on this candle, so still plenty of time for something to happen. NASDAQ making the move higher. Seeing a little bit more liquidity on the ask. Potentially going to push price higher. Maybe we're about to break out. I still don't see a bunch of liquidity that makes me think that we're going to break out, although we could. In my mind, an A+ setup to me is when there's like 5 or 10 points, probably more like 10 points, 10, 15 points of just red liquidity like that. That's what really gets me excited to hop in a trade. About to penetrate. Not ready to penetrate just yet. Wait for that full penetration to come in. Crude pulling back, 113.19 currently. It looks decent. I'd call that like a C setup, maybe a D setup. Regardless, it's not good enough for me to want to get in just yet. If anything, the way it looks, it might make me want to take a short. I normally like to, I'll see this level up here full of liquidity, and I'll get in for the breakout, but yeah, I don't know. This might be acting as resistance here, and I think that's kind of been our resistance area so far today, is that 14,550 level. So set to see what happens. I mean, we're coming back up. We want to penetrate. Alright, we got some penetration. Don't know if it'll hold. Still a lot of liquidity right above price there. Still not really seeing anything that I'm interested in so far today. Still trading on lower volume on the NASDAQ this morning. We're at 411,000, which, I mean, it's a lot. Not trying to downplay it. That's a lot, but just not like it has been. I do like all this liquidity, but I think it might be turning into resistance, and we'll just keep chopping. But we'll see. It's hard for me to short when I see this, because most of the time when I'm trading, when I see all that liquidity, I want to go long. I want to see a giant cluster of liquidity for me to get long, get in for the breakout. But right here, the short would have worked out. We had a little penetration, no full penetration, no full force there. Another smaller 10th lower high. Just couldn't get through it there. Crew just slowly doing its own thing. Got a decent pullback. We're testing the high of the support zone, so the 113.30-ish level. Testing that. Fed Evan is open-minded to a 50 bip rate hike, but his own view is that given pressures he sees, he'd be comfortable with 25 bip rate hikes. So nothing too scary there. For months now, 50 bips have been thrown around here and there. They might have done it too if the stuff with Russia and Ukraine wasn't going on, but regardless, they didn't do it. So, but it's in everybody's mind now that it's a possibility. So I think a 50 bip rate hike really wouldn't change too much either. I'm sure we'd have a reaction, don't get me wrong, but yeah, with it being already kind of priced in, I don't know if the reaction would be too wild, too significant. Kind of want to take a short, but it's not my strategy. I normally only play these levels here. I feel like if I don't deal my strategy, I'm way more likely to catch an L. I'd rather walk away with no trades on the day than walk away with a little less money. Crude rejected the top of the support level. 90 seconds to go on this 10-minute candle. Interesting to see how it plays out. Looks like it could be another bear flag here. Not too good of one once again. Could need more time to fill out, because I was calling this bear flag when it was forming, and I said it was ugly, but now it resembles more of a bear flag. Volume down here is kind of just going sideways. Volume moving average is just going sideways. High volume selling there. Okay, looks like something just happened in my live stream. OBS still says I'm streaming. YouTube says I'm live, but my video cut out. Let's see. Let's see here. Well, I don't know. I guess I'm still in the stream. Alright. Yeah, YouTube's been having some issues lately, huh? Anybody else notice? I was watching Trades by Matt the other day, and his YouTube was messing up. I think it was yesterday, actually. And I was watching another YouTube stream, and their YouTube was also messing up, so mine's doing it too. What was it? Monday or something like that? My streams generally go on for about an hour or so. That's about all I trade in the mornings. And I posted my stream after the stream, right? YouTube will automatically post it. But it cut half my time out. So I had an hour. I had an hour of a stream, and only 30 minutes of it's available. So YouTube's been having some issues lately, and yeah, hopefully I'm still live. But it is what it is. Look, would have taken a short up here, would have been a good one. The way there wasn't a full penetration through there, would have been a good short. You can get in. Let's just lowball it. Right there at 45, 40. You'd be up 40, every bit of 40 points now. I would have taken the short up here, but that's like the opposite of my strategy. That's why I have such a hard time. I can say it. Oh, this looks like it's turning into resistance. Might be a good area to short. But I'm used to going long here. So if I take a short and I get wiped out, I'm going to feel like a buffoon. Plain and simple. I'm going to tell myself, now Trader Roshi, you know that wasn't your strategy. Why did you take the trade? So you got to think like that. At the end of the day, I have to explain all these trades to myself, and I want to tell myself I did a great job. And though it would have been a great trade, it also would have been the opposite of my strategy. All right, crude is hitting the low once again. I think we might be about to make a new low unless we double bottom here. Here's that range I was talking about. So we're kind of broke into this range a little bit. The bottom is 112.12. So we might be trading back in here for a little bit, maybe consolidating, trying to figure out what's going to happen with everything going on with Russia and the Ukraine. So let's see, what level am I watching now? Next level is going to be 111.35. Also 112.12, right there around 112 flat would be the level to watch next. Let's mark it. That level and below there we got like 111.31 and then 111 flat. I'd like to get in trade. I'm just a little bit more hesitant today. You know, crude here hasn't been selling off aggressively. I mean, it's been aggressive, but buyers have also stepped in. So sell off, pull back, sell off, pull back, sell off. Pretty much how it's going this morning. I like to play breakouts before they happen. If I try and hop on this trend, it skews my risk to reward. I don't want to do that. Silver trades up 3% from its previous close, so silver is flying this morning. When we checked about 45 minutes ago, let's see, silver was the leader. Sorry, I forgot where I was going with that. I got distracted by the chart here. Yep, silver is still leading. Got some liquidity on the bid below last traded price. Again, probably going to act as support because that's how it's been the last 2-3 weeks. see, once, twice, thrice, bounce. Really just, alright, we're hitting that 112 level. And crude now, plenty of opportunities to go short. I haven't taken any of them today. Nothing has been ideal and A+ like I like, so 45 minutes in, no trades. This is the longest I've gone without trading in a little bit. Normally within the first several minutes of open I'll have one trade, you know. But just how it is. I'd rather not force anything. I'd rather just wait. When I see something that I really like, I'll take it. But until then, I'm just sitting here. Man, I love water. I don't know how people can't drink water. I love it so much. I probably drink about a gallon of water a day. But I'm lucky. I work from home, so I'm close to the bathroom. I can drink as much water as I like to. Very liberating. All right. Are we about to penetrate this level? Who knows? I mean, it's looking like it. But I mean, that's me looking at it through the eyes of my strategy, which hasn't been working too much with NASDAQ recently, so could go up, could go down. Crude got the bid off the 112 area. It's exactly where I was talking about. Buyers came in to buy the dip once again. I kind of want to take a long just because of this liquidity. Normally I'd short it for the breakthrough, but nothing's been breaking through recently. But of course, the one time that I do go long when my strategy says go short, I'm going to take an L on it. That's just the way it's going to work out. I know it. I have that preconceived notion in my mind. I'm better off sticking to my strategy than trying to alter it, because then I've done that so much. It's so much easier to maintain a strategy if you're not constantly altering it. I mean, it was looking pretty weak to me, but I've been getting faked out a whole bunch the last 2 weeks on the NASDAQ. Well, we got some penetration through that level. Seeing a lot of liquidity down here. Let me flip over to micro NASDAQ. I'm not seeing anything crude. Buyers came in hella hard buying the dip there. Yeah, we're still just chopping, man. I mean, this whole zone, that whole zone. 30 minutes kind of looking heavy. We're hitting prior session close right now. Next area of interest is going to be roughly 50. Could be breaking below here finally. Got a 10-second close below there. Doesn't tell me too much. A lot of high volume selling happening, volume expanding as well. This could be the beginning of the breakdown, but there are a few more spots where price can collect some traction. Next question is, do we penetrate this level, or does this do we find support here? We got areas of interest just below, so even if we do penetrate, it might not be full force penetration like I like. More of penetrate, pull out, penetrate, pull out. I'm just not into that. I'd rather hop in for full force penetration instead of just penetration and pull out. Hard to say if buyers are going to come in here. Like normally I'd want to short. Normally I'd want to short this. This is a big cluster, but with the way things are, you know, who knows. If we can, however, I mean, even on the 30-minute chart here, I mean, I was going to say if we can get below yesterday's low, we might start sliding, but look at all these areas where it could catch traction. I mean, what's that? Friday's high, I think. Monday's high. Well, I guess we're right at Monday's high. Tuesday's high. Yeah, Tuesday's high. Monday's high is right here. So a lot of room to catch traction. Doesn't make me super confident any which way. Could be getting a pullback now. Nice pullback to short. But once again, you know, this could act as support down here. So yeah. Still moving lower currently. I could see a bounce happening at 14,441. Just waiting. Yep. Oh. Let's see, crude is at 112.70 right now. NASDAQ getting current session open right now, teasing break even on the day. You can see down here. Yeah, we're also hitting the bottom of the current range, bottom of this range, top of the last range that formed. Sorry if you couldn't hear me speaking away from the microphone. I could see us bouncing. I could see us breaking down to the support level. So, yeah. Today's just one of those days. I really can't see what's going on. Can't really make much of heads or tails of what I should do. Probably a good thing. I've learned through a lot of heartache and a lot of losses to be a little bit more patient. It's okay to not trade. Just over here playing around with my like stream control panel or something. Says you need to change the video resolution. The current resolution is 1440, which is not supported for this configuration. The expected video resolution is 1080. I don't know what that means. Let's see. Don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to streaming. I'm fairly new. So I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing and hope that it works out for me. All right, let's see here. Let's see. NASDAQ is looking weak to me. I don't want to take a futures trade in it. Too leveraged for my taste. Let's see. All right. Let me just flip over to my right monitor. All right, so here I'm looking. We got some high volume buying here. We broke above high volume buying. I think that this put will go up in value. I don't know if now is the time to get into this move. I can't see, I don't see like a breakout right now. I like to see some consolidation, you know, before we break out. And though we have had consolidation, I just don't know if it's ready to break out just yet. But I do believe that that's what's going to happen. I believe that NASDAQ kind of looks weak. But we're also at range bottom too, which makes it, you know, I can see a call working out here. I can see a put working out here. So kind of just don't know what to do with my hands, I suppose. Let's see. All right, we had some high volume buying here. Let's see. 425. See. Still just trying to decide on I want to get a call or a put here. Calls are kind of finding some support. You can tell by all these wicks here. NASDAQ at the bottom of the range. Looks weak, but it's also at the bottom of the range. I'd hate to short it, you know. Let's see. Let's see. Make sure I'm at the money. Sounds like my music went out. Oh, there it is. Barely made a new high on this 10-minute candle over here. Or barely made a new low. So we are finding some support here at this level. Let's go ahead and just keep this tight if I get filled. Alright, got filled for 5 there. Just looking at my phone right now. I normally don't wait for my stops to get filled on a trade like this. I'm on the wrong monitor as well. The chart over here is looking all right. We could be getting a retest here at the close. So we'll see. If we get above the close there, I don't want anything to do with this trade anymore. So just going to watch it for now. Keep a close eye on it. Got support at 14,375. Also hitting this 21 EMA, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, looks like we're going to push it. Yeah, it's looking convincingly strong. Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with it anymore. Alright, out of that options trade. Didn't really like it too much. Kind of saw that coming. Probably shouldn't went so hard on it. I went 5 contracts deep on a put there. Once it broke above the prior session close right here, that was indication to me that there's strength, and I don't want any part of that. Not the put part, at least. But yep, let's check out crude oil. Still chopping around 112.80 currently. Oh shit. One of my orders didn't get canceled. That would have been bad. Come back later, find out that I was in a position. So yeah, watching Bookmap up here is getting kind of late for my trading. Could be finding some resistance, but this candle is looking pretty strong though. I'll show you what I'm talking about. This current candle on 10-minute chart is convincingly strong. Made a new low, but also a new high as well. Finding massive support on the bottom of the range. A little easier to see right here. But yep, overall just a boring day in my mind, for me at least, in my trading, the way I trade. Kind of boring, nothing really to see here. Crude consolidating just below the support zone that we have. Volume is kind of falling off as well, so I had some high volume selling and then lower volume buying. Could be forming a bear flag here. Too soon to tell. Let's see. U.S. natural gas storage came out 5 minutes ago. Minus 51B versus the minus 79 previous. Estimated was minus 59. So a little less than expected. That's all there is to see there. Let's see. Crude trying to push out. Still kind of consolidating. Higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high so far. 4 minutes left on this candle. Nasdaq's just kind of chilling for real. Still not really doing much of anything. So far today, it's been a really boring day. Yeah. But that's just the way it is sometimes. Gotta take the boring days when they come. Maybe tomorrow will be a little bit more exciting. Crude on its way back up above 113 now. Don't know if we're going to penetrate up here. Really still just chopping for real. I don't think there's really much to do so far today except just sit on your hands, really. I mean, we've been riding up here without selling off. Hit a little bit of support area here in micro Nasdaq. Oh man, what a boring day. Very boring. Sometimes it's hard to sit here and not do anything at all. One of the hardest things about trading is just doing nothing. Something so simple. Just do nothing. A lot easier said than done. The chart's kind of looking like we might take off to the upside, but I'm not for certain. We had a good test of the 21 EMA. Finding a little bit of sellers right there at the VWAP currently, 14,508, that area. And Bookmap isn't really telling me much of anything. You can see this kind of we had this resistance, came through it, liquidity came through that one, then we found more resistance. Let's see what crude is doing. 113.10 currently. Could be getting a little pullback in crude right now. Still waiting for the NASDAQ kind of decide what it wants to do. So we've got a decent sized pullback so far here on the 30-minute chart. Decent pullback so far. We'll just have to see what happens with it. Got 18 minutes left on this hourly candle. Encountering a lot of sellers here at the VWAP. As soon as we get close, sellers come in selling. So it's important to see what happens right here. Stream has been going on for an hour and 18 minutes. I hope that it is still working, because I have no clue. NASDAQ's still trying to push right here. It's still trying to get through the VWAP, but sellers are keeping a lid on it. There we go. Nice penetration. Now to see if we'll continue going up. Sellers stepping in, selling the rally so far. We got the 9 and 21 EMA, both angled upwards, though. We also closed above VWAP, so that could be a good sign, potentially. Yeah, high volume buying. I just want to see some follow through today. Figuring out what we're going to do. We had Doji. Have high volume buying, still really not much follow through though. You can see right here we have lower volume, red candle so far. Could be getting ready to penetrate this upward level. but I don't know if there's really, I don't think there's really much room for a trade right here unless you try and ride it all the way to the top. Let's see. More high volume buying. No upward liquidity, really. Now we're getting some. Yeah, I was interested in that one, but I didn't know if we were going to run all the way up here to 550 or if momentum would die down, so I didn't get in that one. Looks like we might hit 550 there. Rotate back to the top. Is that right? Yeah, close to the top. Let's see. Current session high is at 14,572. Getting close. Oh shit, we just make a new high? That's wild. Didn't even see. Oh no, this is from earlier. Okay. I was like, shit. Didn't even see that. Had a doji form on the 1 minute here. So far getting a little pullback here on micro NASDAQ. Current time is 8:47, and I'm not seeing anything. I don't want to rush into anything, so I'll be getting off here in a moment. Just gonna chalk it up to a boring day and hope that tomorrow has a little bit more excitement in it, more opportunities to make some money. Bookmap kind of looking okay. Seeing a lot of liquidity up here. But again, we're so extended now. Right here. Over here would have been the perfect opportunity to buy in. Now for a proper stop, you know, it'd have to be like way down here or some shit. So still just still waiting. Liquidity up top. Don't know if we'll continue. Yeah, up here at the top, let's see. Let's remove this. Get a little box drawn. Pretty much this is the area right there to look out for. Oh my goodness. This hour candlestick closes in 10.5 minutes. Important to see how that closes right there. But we made it up here to this resistance level, and so far we're hanging around. So we'll have to see how it reacts. Well, YouTube says I've been live for an hour and a half, so hopefully so. Right. Sideways action. You can look here at Bookmap, see. Yeah, we weren't able to close above or even in that resistance area, so If we're going to penetrate it, we'll probably need a pullback like we're getting. A good place to find buyers. Find a good place for buyers to step in to support price if a breakout is going to happen. Still too soon to tell. Finding some support here on VWAP, 9 EMA and 21 EMA all jumbled right there. Buyers coming in. Don't know if we'll continue to push up. We did make a lower low here. So far, lower high as well. Kind of wanted to FOMO in to a trade, but I know that I shouldn't. I'm just seeing it go up. I'd like to take it, but it's not my strategy. Flip green though. Encountering sellers once again. Sellers currently pushing price back down. Could be a pullback. We got 2.5 minutes left on this candle. I think we might hit 550 now. Certainly getting close. A lot of upward liquidity, some interest up there. Still more above it as well. Candle closes in 1.5 minutes. 7 minutes till 9 o'clock. Still no trades. Just sitting and waiting patiently. Attempting to be patient though. Got my hands in my lap because I kind of wanted to get into a trade. That's not my strategy. So I'll be getting off here in a moment to prevent myself from taking a less than A+ setup. Especially with how today has been real choppy. I think the NASDAQ is kind of looking strong though because we haven't sold off. I mean, we hit resistance here. Oops, sorry. We hit resistance up here. We did find support at the VWAP, 9 EMA and 21 EMA. So we found support, sold off, found support, but we're hanging out around the resistance area right now. Watching the 10-second right now to see if I see an entry at all, like a potential breakout of this little zone that we've created. Seeing liquidity start to come in above Starting to see volume expand. That last candle, 10-second candle in high volume selling. Might be a pullback to sell into, perhaps. That was high volume buying right there. A lot of upward interest. I'm wondering if we kind of revisit VWAP to find a little bit more support. Definitely angled down. High volume selling came in. Buyers took advantage buying the dip. I'm still kind of just wondering if we're going to break out to the upside, though. I'm seeing liquidity up on Bookmap. I see liquidity up here. That kind of makes me interested. A pullback to VWAP would be kind of nice. See if we find buyers here to support price. That's currently what I'm looking at. Looks like I accidentally turned my webcam off once again. Volume expansion on high volume selling. Oh man, my goodness. I haven't had a no trade day in a hot minute. It's been a while. Alright, we're hitting VWAP now. We'll see what it does here. Got a good push through. Buyers still could come in if they wanted to. High volume selling. Man, I don't know. This thing's so jumbled. I could see us finding support. I feel like and that on the 10-minute it looks like we're in a pullback. See, it kind of looks like we're in a pullback on the 10-minute, but I'm just I'm real hesitant, you know. Just the way it's congested. I mean, nothing's really been too clean today. I hate to FOMO into a trade, take an L, and then have to live with my poor decision making the rest of the day. I'm getting a good push, getting a lot of buyers down here. Could have been a potential bear trap down here. Broke below, people went short. Now they're having to cover. They're having to buy to cover their positions. Yeah, I feel like the market's just really playing around today. Really just trying to, oh man, crude took off. Trying to get everybody that it can get. Like crude could have come test VWAP. That only give me about 10 cents right now. Would have been an okay scalp. However, on the 5 minute, it kind of looks like we're in pullback mode right now. Could be in a pullback. I can't really tell. Look at that. A lot of green. Yeah, well, I'm going to call it there. No trades today. Rather boring, in my opinion. Stream's been going on for an hour and 36 minutes. I have other stuff I need to get on. So, thank you all for watching. I hope that this market... I hope you traded this market successfully today, made money. Yeah, that was more than just a little pullback on crude. That went down. Why I didn't take the trade, I was unsure. Man, wow. NASDAQ taking off. Why is that? Let's look at that. Wow, what happened there? Are we finally breaking out? Is something about to happen as I'm about to get off? ES, new session high. Get a little pullback on NASDAQ, very welcome. Do we have any news come out? Any catalyst? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, just as I was about to get off too. The bid algorithm has been turned off. What? What's up? I mean, there gotta be some kind of catalyst for that, right? I mean, I guess it could happen for no reason. 9 a.m. I guess Speaker Raphael Bostic is speaking right now, and he's the president of the Atlanta Fed, so we'll probably start getting some updates from him here soon. I kind of like the 21 EMA for pullback. Let's see. Still trying hard not to FOMO in a trade, just as I was about to leave too. So is this what the market's been waiting for all day? For Bostic to speak? That's certainly what it seems like. We haven't had nothing like that, nothing like this today. Some lower volume buying, not too much. I do like this area for a pullback. I don't know if I want to get into it though. Potential bear trap here on the 10 second. We got 2 closes below the 21 and 9 EMAs. Flushing now. Pullback. A little hesitant. This could be a bear trap. I'd hate to take a short here and get caught where I don't want to get caught. Yeah, more high volume selling than buying right now. Some more high volume buying. We're gonna get a pullback here. Alright, let's take a long. Got a decent pullback there. I'm gonna try and play the current session high. Countering resistance so far. We do have some higher volume buying though. Down here. So we'll see how this goes. Seeing a lot of interest up here though. Just waiting. All right. I don't like how there's no follow through. I'm closing that one. It started popping. I'll show you. It started popping up here. I'll pull my trade up. I got in here at the bottom of the range. We made a good push forward, but then sellers came in, and I was trying to hold through it. You can see we're popping back to the upside now, but I didn't like how we pushed up and then sellers pushed us back down, so I got out of that one. Pretty much break even, fucking 3 points of profit, so hella break even. But what I wanted to see here, and it could go that direction, it totally could. What I wanted to see is I wanted to get in, and I wanted momentum to push us up here, up to the current session high. I held through some of the selling pressure that was coming in, hoping to see that high, but the way the market's been today, I wasn't comfortable letting that turn into an L. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. Basically break even on the day. Very slow day. Let's see here. Go ahead and get my P&L out here. Let's cancel that. Yeah, see how it flushed to the downside? I was trying to looking for the push back up here to the high. Momentum was stalling out. I'm a high momentum scalp trader, so as soon as momentum starts to die, I start to get a little anxious on the trade. So killed it for 3-point profit, but 3-point profit is better than a 10-point L. So yeah, let's see. Give me a moment here. All right. Let's see. Today is the 24th. Made a whopping $28 today. Woo! It's good. I'd rather be green than red, but that's just the way trading goes. Sometimes I come in here and in 10 minutes I've made hundreds of dollars. Other times in an hour and a half and 90 minutes I make $28. But that is going to be it for me today. I don't like this price action. I got one trade in, so I do feel a little better. I feel a little bit more productive, like I've actually done something with my morning. But yeah, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you feel so inclined. And I hope you all have a great and wonderful and successful day. I hope you didn't get chopped up in this market. I hope you stuck to your rules. And played it smart. So have a good day. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning about 7:25 Mountain Time. So about 5 minutes before market closes, I'll be on. Yep. Hope you all have a good day. See you tomorrow. Later.